What's going on, guys? We are here for a live Raw review, and that was pretty awkward because I think there's a delay, and I can hear myself through the delayed broadcast. But we're here, and I hope you guys are excited because we are, of course, reviewing Raw for the first time live right here on YouTube. So stick with us throughout the time here, and I have to press record here. Okay, now we are going for everyone. Um, Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. I am, of course, Joe, along with Kyle once again. We hope you are joining us, and I'm just going through really quick, just making sure I have this all figured out. Okay. So, of course, Monday Night Raw tonight. We're not going to take up any more time here. Monday Night Raw, of course, tonight from the Nassau Coliseum in Long Island, New York. Um, So how are we going to do this exactly, Kyle? We didn't really go over how we were going to review. Are we just going to go through the show briefly and then discuss things as we go? Should we just do a quick, like, overview of everything that happened without actually reviewing it yet?
Yeah. What's up, guys? Yeah, I am here for the first time, Kyle, and yeah, I think that's a good idea. We'll just take a look at what happened on Monday Night Raw tonight. It was a really, really good show. Of course, the final show from Long Island, New York, and on Memorial Day, happy Memorial Day to everybody. And final show from this arena. It was a great show. I didn't start watching until about halfway through it, but obviously all of the Michael Cole took us through and took me through and told me everything that happened basically. So I didn't miss much. I enjoyed it very, very much. So what basically happened on Raw, Joe? You want to give them just a brief overview? I mean, everybody watched it, but what did you like from Raw? What did you not like? What happened? Go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna exactly review things yet. I think we'll discuss that in a minute. But yeah. Started off. The Authority kicked off Raw, and hold on. Let me just go make sure I don't mess anything up. I have to do that. Yeah, the Authority came out, and I'm already starting to mess up. All I know is that the Authority came out. Of course, talking about uh, last crap. Hold on. Oh, they showed a flashback of last week when, of course, Ambrose was about to hit Seth Rollins with a chair, and of course J&J Security stopped them. So that's all it was. Is pretty much a overview of what happened last week. Was pretty much the beginning. Um, it was a quick. It was a funny exchange between Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. I'm sure everyone enjoyed that. That was a very funny moment. When Seth Rollins defended Justin Bieber. And so Stephanie McMahon, and I sent out a tweet on my Twitter account at Almost Wrestling, as did many others, about how Stephanie McMahon then announced that she's going to make a main event. And then she went on to say, as a matter of fact, it will be right now. So a main event kicked off the Monday Night Raw. Of course, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose versus Kane and Seth Rollins. Of course, that match was a pretty good starter for Monday Night Raw, and of course, Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose came out on top with Dean Ambrose pinning Seth Rollins. Um, um, and of course, that's another part of this opening segment was that Ambrose had until the end of the night to get the contract for the main event of Elimination Chamber. So then we go on to see R-Truth versus Rusev. Of course, Rusev came out there with a Bulgarian flag instead of a Russian flag. That was very interesting. He's now not supporting Russia, I guess. And of course, Rusev won with the accolade. Got R-Truth to tap out. Of course, Rusev then took the microphone and kept screaming for Lana. And after commercial break, she did. And they pretty much had a nice back and forth argument. It looked like Lana was coming back to Rusev. And then Rusev went on to say that all you have to do to come back with me is to say 3 words. and that I was wrong. And then Lana backed off and went away, and that was pretty much the end of it. Oh, didn't Dolph Ziggler come out? I'm starting to get the show confused. Um, but anyway, we move on backstage. Ambrose talking about how earlier, of course, we saw Dean Ambrose take out the cameraman, and of course later revealed that it was Seth Rollins who pushed the cameraman into him. Um, um, yeah, and then he gets arrested. Sorry, I paused for a moment. I had to check over it all. And so Ambrose got loaded into a police van, and we move on to King Bad News Barrett taking on Ryback. And of course, the winner was Ryback with the shell shock. Then we see um, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon backstage. The cast of Entourage came in and joked about some stuff, and they brought up Ronda Rousey, and telling, I don't know how, I forget how that got brought up, but one of the members of cast of Entourage brought up Ronda Rousey to Stephanie McMahon, and they went away. Then we got Stardust versus Neville, and of course Neville won after hitting the Red Arrow. After the match, Bo Dallas came out there and told Neville that he can get up if he believes. Bo Dallas kicked Neville's injured knee and did a victory lap. Then the Entourage cast went to a bunch of divas backstage, and then one of them was talking to Zack Ryder. They were talking about something that he should do later on tonight since it's the last show in Long Island. Then we see Lana and Dolph Ziggler backstage talking, and Ziggler went out there for his match against Sheamus, and who looks stupid if you follow my Twitter account. Of course, pretty good match between the two. The winner ended up being Sheamus after Ziggler was distracted from Rusev, I believe, right? That's what happened? Yeah. And, hold on, I'm just looking back over. Oh, that's right. Rusev hit the accolade on Dolph Ziggler right in front of Lana. And then the U.S. Open Challenge then started. He cut a long promo about Kevin Owens, and then out comes Zack Ryder to accept the Open Challenge, which everyone pretty much saw coming. It was a pretty good match between the two. Zack Ryder got his shots in, but John Cena retained the title. Then, after raising each other's arms, Kevin Owens attacks just John Cena and stomps on the belt, and then raises his own belt. And then, do you want to pick up from here, Kyle? I'm starting to, get nervous here. Everyone's watching.
Yeah, what happened right? Okay, so, yeah, guys, nonetheless, as Joe continues to talk about Monday Night Raw, let's continue. And, after, of course, the Kevin Owens situation happened, I don't remember. What, didn't we have a tag team match, 10 on 3?
Not so fast, sir. So I'll pretty much keep going since you don't know what's going on. They were talking about Kevin Owens backstage. Of course, Stephanie McMahon and Triple H were. Rollins was like, wait a minute, I'm the future. And then they were like, haha, whatever. And then Renee Young is like, where's my boyfriend? And I'm kidding. Wanted an update on Dean Ambrose, and they didn't exactly have one. But they still give him the opportunity to have the contract at the end of the night, by the end of the night. Tamina Snuka versus Paige is up next after Paige returned last week. The winner ended up being Tamina Snuka after hitting a Samoan drop, which is just a drop in the Isle of Samoa. Yes, it's the New Day taking on like 5 tag teams, and soon everyone just jumps in the ring for no reason and starts attacking each other. Kind of like a Royal Rumble build. So the New Day pretty much won by disqualification, I guess. And then blah 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 blah. They pretty much keep showing the footage of Ambrose getting arrested. Oh,
It was the end of the show after that.
yeah, I know. Roman Reigns came out there and tackles Rollins. J&J attack him. And Kane just stands there, and Triple H and Stephanie retreat. And Roman Reigns gets beat down, and then suddenly a police car rings, and then JBL is like, Ambrose stole a police van? And yeah, that was pretty much the show. So, God, Kyle, can you talk for a while, please?
Alright, well, let's talk about Monday Night Raw, guys. This is why we're here. And of course, we saw Monday Night Raw tonight, and a big build for the first ever WWE Network exclusive, not really a pay-per-view, but wrestling event, WWE event. This Sunday, I believe it's in San Antonio, Texas, home of Shawn Michaels, the Elimination Chamber, and we are seeing the main event of the evening. Seth Rollins defending his WWE World Championship to Dean Ambrose, and that match was made official tonight. Of course, that's what that whole segment that's what Raw was all around, reflected around. Dean Ambrose signing the contract, that blah blah blah, and of course we knew the match would happen. It's been advertised, and we're going to see that main event, something we've never seen before. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship in a singles match, first time ever that Rollins is defending it against Ambrose in a singles match. We've seen them guys face each other numerous times, whether in FCW, NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and many pay-per-views, but this is the first time we're going to see these guys go at it for the title in a singles match. So that's what really is coming up, guys, the Elimination Chamber this Sunday. And don't forget, as well on the Elimination Chamber card, we have John Cena taking on Kevin Owens, in which I just learned was not for the U.S. title. I really thought it was going to be. I think it makes sense. But it's just going to be a typical champion versus champion match, the NXT World Heavyweight Champion versus the United States Champion. And that's huge. That's the first time ever that the NXT champion at the time is on a pay-per-view. We've never seen that before, so that's going to be very, very exciting. And of course, Elimination Chamber also is featuring 2 Elimination Chamber matches instead of 1, which is good. I think we saw 1 in the previous Elimination Chamber in early 2014, so it's good to have a couple Elimination Chamber matches. And of course, we have the Intercontinental Championship defended in the Elimination Chamber. The vacant Intercontinental title, I might add, and that will be Bad News Barrett, Rusev, Sheamus, Dolph Ziggler, Ryback, and R-Truth, the forgotten guy, R-Truth.
Yeah.
But that should be pretty exciting. It's not all the same competitors, but it's very, very similar to the Money in the Bank, or not the ladder match we saw at WrestleMania. A bunch of people, a bunch of mid-carders going for the Intercontinental Championship. And I don't think it's very predictable who wins. Of course, don't forget to check out our Elimination Chamber predictions this week. It'll be all week. We felt like we just did one for Payback, but in a minute. But, with them 4 matches alone, I think sells the pay-per-view. And I think that it will be one of the best pay-per-views of the year so far. I mean, WWE's been putting on phenomenal pay-per-views all year. And, I think that this pay-per-view is really something WWE wanted to see how it goes. I think this is a test. Kind of make the Elimination Chamber exclusive to WWE Network, see how good you do, see what happens, and overall see what happens. Of course, it's free for new subscribers, so obviously viewership will be extremely high, and it could be one of the most popular pay-per-views for WWE this year. And of course, it's added along a couple more matches here. The Divas Championship is on the line. Paige versus Naomi versus Divas Champion Nikki Bella, and triple threat match for the Divas title should be awesome. Really 3 dynamic talents going in there, and we should expect to see a great Divas match. And of course, finally, I believe this is the last match. Adrian Neville, takes on Bo Dallas, and we've seen that match several times in NXT, and these former NXT rivals turned WWE Raw rivals take on each other. And I think this is a very, very underrated and forgettable match. We'll see what happens. This should be a lot of fun. They had a lot of build up to that match, especially tonight with Bo Dallas continuing to get in the head of Adrian Neville. So we'll see what happens there. Welcome back to TV, Bo Dallas. And it's just something that I like. You know what? Actually, let's begin this and talk about this feud a little bit. We're going to kick it off talking about Raw now, and let's talk about Bo Dallas and Neville. And Joe, I'm gonna say a couple things about this, and I really want to get your insight on this. I mean, I'm not sure what many people think about this match. I'm gonna ask you this in a second, but let me go ahead and talk about it real quick. Okay. So you got Neville, who debuted on Raw a couple months ago. Has faced John Cena, has faced Seth Rollins, was in a feud with Wade Barrett for a while, and now a lot of people are saying he's going down to Bo Dallas, and I think that's wrong. You got Bo Dallas and Adrian Neville, who are very, very similar talents. They both have the same look. I mean, different gimmicks, different in-ring style, but they both have the same look. They both have the same charisma. They're both very, very popular. So I like that this feud is happening for both of them. And this is kind of a setback feud for Neville because, like I said, he was involved with John Cena. He was involved with Seth Rollins. He was involved with Wade Barrett. But now he's kind of going to Bo Dallas, John Cena, which is arguable. But at the same time, people need to give this match the respect it deserves because it's not a bad. It's just an underrated match because it's with so many good matches on the card. It's like overshadowed, underrated, and it should be pretty good. But so Joe, let me go ahead and get your thoughts. You told me to take the mic for a while, so I did. Okay, so go ahead, give me your thoughts on the Neville Bo Dallas match. What do you think is going to happen? Who's going to win? Overall, just what do you think about the match?
Well, I'm not going to predict anything yet. You, along with everyone else, has to subscribe to our channel. Hit that subscribe button right below this video screen. And of course, once again, I would like to say to talk to us in the chat room to the right of the video. But other than that, yes, this match, Neville versus Bo Dallas at Elimination Chamber. I'm not going to predict anything yet, once again, but I will say that, like you said, you brought up a good point. This is an underrated kind of match. I, totally agree with that. And you said it's a great opportunity for Bo Dallas as well as Neville. I agree with that, again, 100%. And the reason for that is because finally Bo Dallas gets a pay-per-view match, if you call it that, and not just a pre-show match. I'm expecting this to be the longest Bo Dallas match that we have seen in some time. Because I've never really seen him compete in a long match before. I've never really seen NXT back when he was on there. I just watched it months ago. I started watching it after he was called up. But anyway, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to see a nice match between the two. Neville bringing all he's got, and Bo Dallas as well. I mean, like you said, this is a big match. Don't overlook it, people. I think that Bo Dallas, that is, will put up a good fight as well as Neville. And once again, this is tough to not predict. But you have to hit that subscribe button because we're bringing you the predictions this week right here at Almost Expert Wrestling on our YouTube channel. Just hit that subscribe button. You'll get the predictions for Elimination Chamber this coming week. Plugs. I mean, I'm hoping that you guys are watching if you guys are new viewers. So hit that subscribe button. But okay, so should we move on, or is there any further comments about this match?
No, I mean, it's going to be a good match, guys. Just, I really wanted to kind of put emphasis on that match a little bit and talk about that for a while. But let's go ahead and get into some other stuff here. Really, guys, this is more of an Elimination Chamber preview kind of talk. I mean, yeah, we'll talk about Raw as we talk about Elimination Chamber as well. But, all right, so Elimination Chamber this Sunday, let's talk about the actual Elimination Chamber match. Let's start off with the Intercontinental Championship. Of course, the vacant Intercontinental Championship. I already named the competitors. We got Sheamus, who defeated Ziggler tonight, so he got a little bit of momentum. Sheamus has never won an Intercontinental title, so that maybe might add maybe make Sheamus a favorite to win his first. And of course, Ryback defeated Barrett tonight. Gives Ryback a little bit of momentum. I would love to see Ryback win the Intercontinental Championship. He's never won that either. And of course, we saw Rusev, I believe, easily defeat R-Truth tonight. And I think Rusev is going to be a good part of it too. And R-Truth, I don't think R-Truth is going to win. I mean, I don't want to give away predictions, but I'm not going to pick R-Truth, guys. So you can take that out of your minds. R-Truth is not going to be selected by me to win. Spoiler. But nonetheless, really six dynamic competitors here. You know, you got the powerhouses Ryback and Rusev, who are going to face each other this Thursday night on SmackDown. I'm really excited for that match. I don't think we've ever seen it before. Or we might have, but oh yeah, we actually did, because Rusev was feuding with Ryback before until Ryback got fired by the Authority. I forgot about that. That's a really forgettable feud, but yeah, we'll be seeing them guys take on go against each other. That should be a lot of fun, and I don't know.
Okay, are we live? I believe we are live now, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, wait, are we, Kyle? Can you confirm that?
Yes, we are.
We are. I can hear the video in the background. Can you? Alright, yes, we actually are live, and I can take that alert off the screen. So, yeah, what we were talking about before, we were rudely interrupted by the... I don't know what to blame it on. Before we were interrupted there, I hope you guys are still here, I mean, all one of you, we were talking about the Elimination Chamber match between all those people for the Intercontinental Championship. And Kyle, you were on a roll. You can go ahead and, I mean, you're going through. You were talking about the competitors a little bit. I mean, just keep going. I mean, go ahead.
Okay, sure. And apologize once again for the interruption. I don't know what exactly I was talking about, but nonetheless, we're going to continue. We're going to talk about this Elimination Chamber match on Sunday here for the Intercontinental Championship. So like I said, there's six dynamic superstars in here, six different guys. All six of these guys expect to put on good shows, and it should be very, very competitive. I mean, as I said before, there's no winner here. I mean, there's no like clear favorite. Like, I don't know, Joe. Like, I don't think there's one. I mean, what do you think? Do you think there's like a clear favorite in this match at all?
I don't think so. I think a lot of people on the Twitterverse were saying that like Rusev and Sheamus were the favorites. I saw one person say that. I forget who said that, but I think that in my opinion the favorites would have to be Sheamus, King Bad News Barrett, Rusev, and Dolph Ziggler. I mean, that's 4 competitors out of the 6. I know that's a lot of favorites, but I mean, it's hard to. This match is tough to. I mean, we'll predict it later, obviously, but it's tough to predict. I mean, everyone's a favorite except for, as you mentioned, R-Truth. Sorry, R-Truth. But yeah, I mean, those 4 competitors are the biggest favorites in my opinion. And like I said, we'll get to that in the predictions, but yeah, I mean, we'll have to see.
Yeah. And yeah, you're right. And you know, with no disrespect to R-Truth at all, you know, I actually wanted to talk about R-Truth a little bit. And you know, I think Joe, you said it to me a while ago. You said, "Holy crap, R-Truth is over 40." Are you the one that told me that? I believe you said that to me.
I believe I am. I saw that, and it shocked me a little bit. He doesn't seem like he's over the age of 40. I'm not saying that's old or anything, but for a wrestler like himself, I mean, I just didn't expect that. Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah. And yeah, so he's up there, and I think that WWE is giving this, you know, the young now veteran R-Truth a good opportunity. You know, R-Truth is one of those superstars that never reached to the top. You know, he had a championship match against John Cena in the past. He won a United States Championship. I think he was a former tag champion, but you know what? He just never was anybody you thought of as a main eventer. And I think what WWE's been trying to do lately is just kind of throw him into these big matches. You know, they put him in the ladder match at WrestleMania. They're putting him in the Elimination Chamber match. It's kind of like, I don't know if he's a filler, because he's not. You know, you could put anybody as a 6-man. You know, Bray Wyatt could have been the 6th man. Neville or Bo Dallas could have been the 6th man. You know, anybody really. There was a ton of names. Randy Orton could have been the 6th man. Big Show, you know, Kane. But they chose R-Truth, and that, you know, concerns me. At the same time, I'm like, okay to that. But you know, we'll see what R-Truth does. You know, he's not expected to win, but the match should be good. You know, I mean, we keep saying it. The match is going to be good. It's going to be a great Elimination Chamber match, and it's for the Bacon Eye Intercontinental title again. So we'll see. I mean, I am still really contemplating my prediction here. You know, Joe said it right. There's five favorites in this match, or I mean, any of the six could win. I'm not. We'll see who we predict. So let's go ahead and continue into more stuff here. Of course, this video is a lot longer, or this stream's a lot longer due to about a 5-minute interruption. So Joe, go ahead. Let's talk a match at the Elimination Chamber and how that match was built up tonight on Raw. So, what match do you want to do? You want to? Go ahead. It's all you. You have the floor. Go ahead. Talk about whatever match you want to. Go ahead, man.
Whatever match I want to. Let's talk about actually Raw here. Is a Raw review. I know we're previewing Elimination Chamber a little bit, but let's get into actual Raw review here. Of course, went over I did. Went over the entire show. I mean, as best as I could, stuttering and all. And, I mean, I don't know what to get to. Obviously, the opening was good. I mean, this is tough. I used to do actually. Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so, we had, of course, Kane coming out like, mentioning that New Day are going to face all 5 of the tag teams that is in the Elimination Chamber match for the tag team title. So, of course, we have 2 Elimination Chamber matches at Elimination Chamber. And tonight we saw Kane come out as a face. I don't understand that. And approach the heel New Day and give them a punishment. You have to face all 5 tag teams. Now, this happened at around 10-15 minutes before Raw was ending. So I knew that it wasn't going to be like a long match. So what we saw all 5 of the tag teams come out back to back to face New Day. And, it's basically what happened the previous week on Raw. We just saw these guys all fight each other. And like Joe had said about 20 minutes ago, similar to a Royal Rumble build-up. And that's basically what it is. All the guys were taking each other out. And it was funny watching that tonight on Raw. We saw, Titus O'Neil take out both members of the Ascension with a clothesline. We saw Los Matadors. I don't know. So is it going to be, say, if Cesaro and Tyson Kidd started off, or is Cesaro and Tyson Kidd going to both be in the ring at the same time? Is it going to be like a tornado tag? Like, how's this going to work?
I don't know. I am trying to figure that out myself. I mean, one person can come out, and one person stays, and I don't know. I would think that it would be a tornado. That's what I'm thinking it's going to be. I would book it like that. But I mean, they can do whatever they want. I mean, if it were one by one, one person from each tag team, that would just take so much time of the match. Almost more time of the match than this stream. But anyway, I'm thinking that it will be both members at the same time. But
yeah, and I would assume that, and it's an Elimination Chamber match, so I guess, say for example, if Kofi Kingston pins Cesaro, I would assume that Cesaro and Tyson Kidd both get eliminated, not just Cesaro.
Actually,
like they're not gonna.
I don't know about that. I know what you're saying, but I mean, I'm thinking that it could possibly be the one person can stay in and continue to support his team. You know what I mean? I think that would be a smart idea. I mean,
but then at the same time, that would give New Day an advantage, because from what JBL said tonight, apparently all 3 members of New Day are the tag team champions. I mean, they're doing the. I don't get it. It's weird. Apparently Kofi Kingston, Xavier Woods, and Big E are all the tag team champions. It's called the Freebird rule. If anybody heard of that, I looked it up earlier.
Yeah.
Because I saw Xavier Woods have the belt. I'm like, he's not even the champion. Then I looked it up and I was like, oh, all 3 of them are the tag champions. So I guess I don't know. I don't know what this Elimination Chamber match is going to be like. There's a bunch of different possibilities. Who is going to be in? 2 people, 1 person, 3. Who knows? But nonetheless, great build up tonight for it on Raw. It should be a good match. It should be another great Elimination Chamber match. And similar to the Intercontinental title match. It's a little bit unpredictable, but I don't know. Any of the 6 teams can be tag champions. I wouldn't mind seeing any of the 6 teams be tag champions. I mean, at all. I mean, yeah, people are like the Ascension, but they were great NXT tag champions. Same situation with Lucha Dragons. Los Matadors, we've seen them as tag champions as Primo and Epico several years ago, so they've done it before. and prime-time players who have been epic in their promos, their pre-recorded promos, very epic. I've been excited for that, and they've been great, along with Cesaro and Tyson Kidd, who just lost the tag titles a couple of months ago. So, we got ourselves a good Elimination Chamber match, and good build-up tonight for on Raw, and everybody just be excited for that match. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, yeah, so I guess we can go ahead and talk. Let's talk, or did you have any more final thoughts on the tag match?
No, I don't really have any comments on it. I mean, other than what I said. So yeah, I'm done with this match. Yeah, we can continue. Yeah, go ahead.
On this card, which is a champion versus champion match, the NXT World Heavyweight Champion versus the United States Champion. I said that earlier, but and we have this going again. Of course, John Cena tonight faced former United States Champion Zack Ryder in a United States Championship match, and it was much expected, as you said earlier, that Ryder was going to be the guy. Give him a good opportunity there in his in the final show in his hometown, which is great. And he was great. He looked good. He got a couple close falls. I mean, I felt like the match was a little short, but of course, a lot of time was going into Raw. They were kind of going over a little bit, as they do every Monday night. And it was really good. And Zack Ryder nearly won, but as expected, he was not going to win. But it was good to see Zack Ryder on Raw. I mean, all respect. You know, and there was nothing funny about Ryder coming out. It was not. I mean, he was all serious. He was all game. He was excited. He got a good pop, and he ended up putting together a good match. But it was after the match, and it's going to leave people talking for the second, not first, not third, second week in a row. Kevin Owens, the NXT World Heavyweight Champion, attacks John Cena, and you know, Cena was celebrating, and then out of nowhere, here comes Kevin Owens. He gives him the power bomb, and he does what he did last week. He stomps on the NXT he stomps on the United States Championship and raises his NXT World title, and says basically, my NXT World title is more important than your United States title, and that's a little bit disrespectful to stomp on the U.S. title on Memorial Day, I must add. But you know what? It's all about the feud, and Kevin Owens is getting that heel heat that he needs to get against John Cena, and he is making a legitimate case to defeat John Cena at Elimination Chamber, which is Kevin Owens' first pay-per-view event, and this is his biggest match to date in WWE against John Cena. So wow, I'm really excited about this match. It's probably one of my. I mean, I'm excited about every match on this card, and this is probably one of the most hyped matches. It had a great build-up. Of course, Kevin Owens wearing a John Cena shirt to NXT Unstoppable when he faced Sami Zayn wearing the United States Champion shirt, which is pretty much a slap in the face to John Cena. So we got Kevin Owens and John Cena. Joe, let me get over to you and talk to you a little bit about this. What are your thoughts on this match? I mean, do you think it's too soon? Do you think WWE is doing the right route with it, giving Owens all the momentum? You know, is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? Just go ahead and give me the overall thoughts on the match and how you think it's been going. Just go ahead and talk about it.
Oh, thank you. Yes. I'm really looking forward to this, as everyone, and you know, like you're saying, WWE pushing Owens like this early. And that is always a concern with every talent that gets pushed to the main roster. It's how do you push them? Do you push them at a fast pace or a slow pace? And most of the time it works out like with a slow pace. We've seen it done with everyone pretty much. You know, like people are critical about how fast Roman Reigns was pushed. People were concerned. We're talking about how. Or angry about how fast Cena was pushed. Like, everyone who becomes a star quick usually is under fire about it. But Kevin Owens is not. And that's because Kevin Owens comes from NXT. He debuted in a very great way. You know, it wasn't just like, oh, I'm the star on NXT, give me the top guy. It was, I think they did the right thing in pushing him fast, like that way. And I think it's going to work. Someone like him, he doesn't have a big gimmick. It's just kind of like lots of people call him the Brock Lesnar of NXT, and that's very true. I mean, he has no real character. He's a beast. I mean, it's just he's like the Brock Lesnar of NXT, and I think they're pushing him at a good pace. And yes, let's move on to the match. Yeah, I think that he's making a good statement here, stomping on the U.S. title, raising the NXT title, and yeah, this match heading into it is they are really hyping this match better than any of the Elimination Chamber matches. Um, just about even with the World Title match. I mean, those two matches are probably the most anticipated matches, and that's the funny thing. The pay-per-view is called Elimination Chamber, and we have two of those matches, but yet people are looking forward to the regular World Title match and the regular NXT versus US Title match. It's they're really building it up pretty good, and I'm looking forward to it. And you'll see my prediction if you hit that subscribe button below. You see that little button there? It says subscribe, so hit that for our predictions. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I mean, about this match in particular. I mean,
Yeah, and like as Joe's saying, Kevin Owens is getting pushed at an appropriate time. You know, I really like the comparison to Brock Lesnar. I haven't really heard that much, but I do like that. And as you were saying, I was kind of thinking they do kind of have a very, very similar attributes, similar character of not having a character. The only thing Kevin Owens doesn't have is a manager, and that'll be interesting to see if they ever do anything with that in the future. I don't think he's ever had a manager in his career, so that'll be interesting. But that's a different story at a different time. So, all right, Kevin Owens, John Cena, as you were saying, a very, very anticipated match, along with the championship match, the WWE championship match. All of these matches are well anticipated. So before we get into the WWE World Title match, we have a lot to say about that. Let's go ahead and talk about the Divas match. We have a Divas Championship match. We have the returning Paige versus the very, very up-and-coming heel Naomi, who is, of course, has had to get a different gimmick due to Jimmy and Jey Uso going down with an injury. Of course, one of the Usos in that tag team being broken up for the moment. And, of course, the WWE Divas champion, Nikki Bella. So, triple threat match, and this is, I believe, one of the first, no, I think we've had triple threat matches for the Divas title before, but in a while. First one in a while, so this should be very, very well anticipated. A lot of fun. Nikki Bella defending her Divas Championship for the first time in a while. So, at least on pay-per-view. What?
nothing. You started to say Intercontinental belt. I thought that was funny.
Sorry
Go
about
ahead.
That.
It's
there's
alright.
a bunch of championships in WWE right now. So, of course, this match is also continues to get good build-up. It had some build-up tonight on WWE Raw as Tamina beat or faced Paige, and very, very good match between them two. And Tamina Snuka, who was, of course, the manager for Naomi. That's all Tamina knows how to do, apparently, is be a manager for a heel. So, instead of being an actual wrestler, I don't get that. I guess because she's a monster or whatever. But just like Kane. But so yeah, we have a triple threat match, and the Divas title's on the line, and I don't think that this match is extremely predictable, but at the same time, it's not unpredictable. It's kind of in the middle there. It's kind of like you know who to pick, but at the same time, you're like, eh. So you don't really know what you're gonna do here. Paige coming back from the injury, the kayfabe injury, I believe. I don't think it was real, but she's back, and she kind of came back out of nowhere. I think me and Joe were talking about that, like how she kind of came back and her music didn't play or nothing. She just returned, and which is okay, but at the same time, I wish it would have added a little bit more mysterious to it. Like the music played, and boom, here comes Paige, huge pop. I feel like she just kind of walked to the ring without no music or something, so it's not as exciting. But nonetheless, she's back, and she's facing Nikki Bella for the championship. So, along with Naomi, this should be a good match. You know, it's a Divas match. It's something that we've probably seen before. We've seen these Divas go at it again and again and again. So, I don't know. It should be something. And I'm kind of at loss of words. I'm excited for it, but I really don't know what to talk about with it. So, Joe, give me your thoughts on the Divas Championship match. Who has the most momentum going into the match, and what you overall think of the match? Go ahead, man.
I think the Diva competitor in this match that has the least favorite, is probably Nikki Bella, the actual Divas champion. She's probably been the least favorite in like every match that she's been in where she defended the belt, and you know, I don't know who I'm going with at the moment. I was about to accidentally like say one or the other, but I can't do that until with our predictions video. And yeah, because everyone here is totally like into us. But anyway, um, yeah, I think that Nikki Bella probably isn't the favorite out of everyone, and um, I think that like you were saying last week when Paige returned last week, we were talking about it, how her music didn't play or anything. It kind of, I'm sorry, I was thinking about this. I always feel like I have to make a comparison when we're talking. I kind of think about this as being like a concert when Paige returned. It was like everything was set in place. There was a set time for her return and everything, but it's almost like a concert when you see your favorite band or artist. They have a set time that they're supposed to go out there to perform, but instead of just walking to the stage normal at the right time, they kind of just run out there a half hour before the show starts. You know, it's kind of like that. Like, it's like, hey, we're happy to see you, but I mean, come on, you're supposed to make an entrance and supposed to have a good build up. Um, but I don't know where I'm going with this. I sound drunk right now. I probably am.